say I'm here for the Hurry Up and Do R&B Divas L.A. Season 2, Episode 5. It really wasn't that much to this episode, but it was a serious episode. Because this was like a Michel'le episode. So, I'm going to get the relevance out the way. The relevance was Michel'le is in the studio working on her song. She's on her own. The record label is not helping her financially or anything, promoting, distributing, none of that with the song. She's on her own. She go to the studio. She work with this dude named Will. Then she go to the studio again. And she, they listening to the song. They working on the song. She's loving the song. Okay, cool. Anything else that happened? Okay. Michel'le invited the girls. Well, she had basically, at first I think it was, she invited, no. They begin the episode with Claudette telling them, that Caesar, he complied with the demands. He's going to get them studio. He got them Warren Campbell to work with him as a producer. If y'all don't know who Warren Campbell is, he's Erica Campbell from Mary husband. He had produced a lot of songs, worked with a lot of people back in the day. He worked with Dr. Dre, Michel'le, and just a lot of celebrities, so he know what he doing. So they asked about Justin. I think it was Michel'le asked about Justin. And they're all cool with not working with Justin and just working with Erica. Chrisette is cool with it because she didn't really want her dude to work with them anyway. So, yeah. So then, like I said, Michel'le and she had Chrisette and Lil Mo at her house for coffee or whatever. She's telling them about the Martin Luther King parade that goes down in L.A. every year on Crenshaw. If you live out there, check it out. I'm telling you, it's a cool experience. But yeah, she invited them, but all the ladies end up coming to support her. So I thought that was a really, really good thing. Now, come on. Some of y'all need to stop believing in television, because when she was talking about the parade being on Crenshaw, Lil Mo was like, wait a minute, all I think about is like Boys in the Hood, Crenshaw Mafia, thinking it's bad. Now, some parts of Crenshaw is bad, some parts are good. But when it comes to the Martin Luther King parade, a lot of people know what they're there for. You have some bad apples that be at the parade, but shit, is bad apples that be at every damn parade, regardless of what city or state you live in. But a lot of celebrities come, especially being a Martin Luther King parade, you get a lot of black celebrities come, and she was there, she had to perform. So, she is fucking freaking out. You can tell something is wrong. Little Mo is noticing something wrong with her, and, the music director comes in there and tells her she has to do a 30-minute set instead of a 15-minute set. So that just makes her freak out even fucking more. But she's going crazy. Like I said, everybody noticing something is off. She go to perform. The music is messed up. The sound is messed up. I'm sitting there like, oh my God. If they can never get a good sound thing when they perform, it's just horrible. But it wasn't her fault, because you could still hear her singing. Even though you couldn't hear her loud, you could still hear her singing. And she was singing hard as hell, but we couldn't hear it. And I was sitting there getting mad, because I'm like, them are songs that I like and songs I grew up to, so I wanted to hear those songs. But she pulled it off. And like I said, Lil Mo started noticing something. So she called Leela over to her house like the next day or whatever. And they talked about Michel'le and how they don't want to lose no more artists in the game or whatever, and I can understand that. So they called Michel'le over, and I'm telling y'all, I could have cried with her, especially after losing Robin Williams to suicide, and then knowing she tried to commit suicide before. But this whole episode was just heartbreaking, especially when it's an artist that you really like and admire their music and stuff like that. But she's telling the girls how she's self-medicated. She doesn't feel like a good mom. She just is like on the verge of just breaking down again. Then she ended up going to see a therapist. And she talked to the therapist on how she missed her grandmother. They talked about her childhood, how her mama didn't want her. Her mama sent her to her daddy. A week later, her daddy sent her to his sister. Then she got sent to her grandmama. And coming from a child that wasn't raised with my parents, I get it. I get what she's saying, because I was that child that was back and forth between my mom and my dad's mom and stuff like that. So I get where she coming from. Growing up in L.A., being black, that it's common in the black family. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people don't grow up with their parents and grow up with their grandparents, so I get it. But she has abandonment issues, because even when she talked to Lil Mo, she's telling them how she felt everybody leaves her, and I can relate to that too. That's why I say you guys never know. If you guys check out my Support Tuesday video, and I was talking about Robin Williams' death, you never know what people are going through. A lot of people think, oh, she's Michel'le, she's a star, her baby daddies are Suge and Dr. Dre, but not knowing this lady is struggling in the inside. And I'm so glad she went to a therapist to work her stuff out, because like Leela said, we don't want to see nobody else in the industry die untimely death. I'm saying. So, everybody, let's pray for her. If you follow her on Twitter or whatever social media site she's on, send her your love and prayers and thoughts. Let her know that she is loved, because you never know. You just never know. And at the end of the episode, they go see Warren in the studio. They sounded horrible trying to get that damn song together that they couldn't even remember. So he brought up an idea of writing one song and tweaking it into 2 songs. So they was all cool with that. They was talking to Lil Mo, brought up about how nobody's on the charts but Chris said. Shantae was like, I am. And Lil Mo was like, well, ain't no on no charts that I checked for. And they was like, she on some urban something. And Lil Mo was like, I don't check for that. She was kind of throwing shade, but she said she wasn't trying to throw shade. But hell, she just didn't have to say that. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that was all of the episode. Sorry it's not that long. Like I said, it wasn't too much to this episode besides them worrying about Lil Mo or whatever, and Chrisette doing her music. But that was all that really happened. I'm telling y'all, I was so into this episode. This was one of their best episodes, because it shows you that regardless of how much you got, you still go through things. You still feel things. You still feel alone, whether you have many, many friends. Sometimes you just feel alone. And sometimes she said sometimes she don't want to get out the bed, but she has to. And I'm telling y'all from experience, I'm telling y'all, because right after my surgery, that's why another reason why I started back doing videos, because right after my surgery, I did not want to do anything. I didn't feel cute. I felt loved, but I just felt like, oh my God, the world was coming down on me. When I couldn't get up to do for my kids, I felt bad as a mom. So, you know what I'm saying? When I couldn't just walk from my bed to the bathroom without help, or my bed to the kitchen without help, it was a struggle for me. And I put a smile on my face, but it was hard, and I was dealing with a lot. And thank God for my subscribers and some of my family. I'm not going to say all, because some of them fucked up. But some of my family reached out when I kept posting stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. So if you're going through some shit, talk to somebody, because you never know. And that's all I have with this R&B Divas Season 2, Episode 5 review. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you check out Ashley Miller. She probably did a more thorough review than I did. Forest Rocks also do these videos, so check her out too. But yeah, let's just pray for one another, because we don't want to lose no more people that we really like and admire their music, or admire their movies or whatever like that, or just admire some of the YouTubers. You never know what we all going through. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, Xbox Live. I do everything by The Ghetto View, THA, not THE. Check out my cousin Mike B, 801. He don't do R&B Divas, but he do other reviews like True Blood for some of the guys that watch that. Alright, you guys, talk to you later. Peace out.